Hello together, welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Tanja and today I'm here to talk about my July makes. I have to show you two outfits because I actually made two bottoms and two tops to go with each other. The first outfit is a self-drafted crop blouse paired with the Megan Nielsen Tanja Culottes. About the blouse, as I said, it's self-drafted, so sorry, no pattern to share with you here. It is primarily made out of one single pattern piece, similar to the Akita Blouse by Seamwork. I made that pattern a few months ago, but the fit was so poor that I drafted my own one, and that was the best decision I could make. As the Akita Blouse, it has bust darts and a quite straight cut. It is slightly shaped at the waist, since it hung quite loose on me and I wanted it to show off the shape of my body a little bit more. I added a slit at the front and created the ties so that I could tie it together and therefore make it slimmer at my waist. I also shaped the caps of the sleeves with an inverted box pleat on each sleeve in the middle of the sleeve cap. So overall it enhances nicely the form of my body while still being a quite loose garment, which is perfect for the summer. The fabric is also relatively light. It is quite see-through, so when I pull it tight I think you can see my bra through it, but when it hangs loosely you don't see anything. This fabric is some kind of viscose or linen, I think. I'm not sure because I don't remember what was written on the tag in the fabric shop. It is some kind of natural fiber for sure, and it's amazing because it's so lightweight that you don't feel like you were wearing anything. I was a bit worried about this fabric after I bought it. I bought it because of the print, and the fabric actually does feel a little bit scratchy. So at first I planned to make something like a kimono with it, something you don't really wear on your bare skin, because I really thought that this fabric would make a problem when you wear it on your skin. Also, the fabric seemed really see-through, so instead I decided to make a blouse, and if it was too scratchy, just wear a top underneath. However, I don't need that to do, and I'm really happy with the fabric by now. Garment number 2 in this outfit are the Megan Nielsen Tanja Culottes in the version 2, which is the knee-length version. I decided to try that pattern because in general I don't like to wear skirts, and all the skirts I made so far are not really my thing. I mean, I like to wear them and I like the look of them, of course, but I always feel slightly uncomfortable in skirts. I just don't like about skirts that the fuller ones can blow up and that they are quite cold compared to trousers, and even if it's tight pencil skirt it can still ride up. So if you know that struggle and you have any tips for me, please leave them in the comments. However, I really wanted to try a full circle skirt style with a blouse kind of outfit. So I decided to give these culottes a try because they perfectly look like a circle skirt while being trousers, so I have no problems with blowing up or being uncomfortable because I wear a skirt. And so far I'm really happy with them. I wore them a few times. They're great for summery weather and they're great for windy weather as well. Before I had checked in the instructions how much fabric I needed for these trousers, I thought I could make them out of one of these remnants, which wasn't the case because I needed about double the amount of fabric and just made them out of both. I had to take a bit of fullness out of them at the side seams just because it didn't fit on the fabric, but I don't think you can see that really much. It still looks like a full circle skirt, and yeah, otherwise I made everything completely like the instructions said. As you might know, Megan Nielsen's instructions are usually pretty good, and they were on this pattern too. I'm getting a fan of her more and more. Alright, on to outfit number 2, which features a top, which is also self-drafted, and a simple box-pleated skirt. The top is just copied from a ready-to-wear top I still had in my wardrobe. This neckline probably got a little bit too deep. When wearing this top I really have to be careful to not bend forward. However, I still like it, and I usually wear the top when I'm at home and nobody besides my boyfriend sees me, so yeah, I doesn't care. And it's a viscose jersey, I think, with a little bit of silk in it. It was a 70 centimeter wide remnant in one of my local fabric shops, and I had it laying around for some time now. So yeah, this makes the perfect tee for summer because it is really lightweight, and since it's made out of natural fibers, you feel really cool in it even on hot days. So yeah, I can only recommend to make your summer garments out of natural fibers because the difference is so big. I tried something new on this top and hemmed it with an invisible stitch. I just discovered that my machine came with an invisible hem foot, and I think it looks really nice, and I'm wondering why you don't see any t-shirts or t-shirt patterns around which feature an invisible hem. Of course, it's probably a little more difficult than just a normal hem or a neckband or whatever you use, but yeah, I like it, and I think I will experiment with that a little more in the next few months. About the pleated skirt, this is a fabric from John Color, which I got from So Essential a few months back. I got 1 meter of this because when I bought it I didn't really have a plan how to use it. I thought I would either make a wrap blouse out of it or a kimono jacket, so I thought 1 meter was all I needed. However, this fabric is quite dark and I didn't want it to be a top. It fits a lot better into my bottom section, and then I stumbled upon pictures on Pinterest of women with beautiful flowy skirts, and then I went through my stash because I always go through my stash before buying new fabric because I really want to reduce my stash, and I think the best way to do that is to go through it every time before I buy new fabric for a project I have in mind. Go through it from top to bottom and just see if you don't have anything in there that you could use instead. And that was how I found this fabric, and I also found a matching lining in pale pink. So I immediately sewed up the skirt within a day. I didn't use a pattern for that, and that wasn't necessary at all because if you know how to put it together, you can make this kind of skirt out of 3 rectangles. One rectangle is the waistband, so you simply measure how high you want the waistband to be, double that amount and add 2 centimeters or whatever you want as seam allowance, so 1 centimeter for each side, and then you fold it over. And I took this waistband out of the shorter side on the fabric, so with the grain line, I think. And the rest of the fabric I simply divided in half because it was about 1.50 meters wide and I wanted to be the length about 70 centimeters, so I had enough to even have a nice hemline and enough seam allowance to attach the waistband at the top. So that way you get 2 rectangles and you simply rotate them by 90 degrees and then put them together on this side, so that you have one long rectangle with a height of 70 centimeters or half of your width of the fabric. Then I just calculated how much I have to pleat the fabric, that after it's pleated it has exactly the length of my waistband measurement or my waist. And yeah, did that, pleated it, sewed it through the waistband. I did the same with the lining fabric, and yeah, then sewed everything together. There are a lot of tutorials on the internet how to sew a pleated skirt, so if you need help with constructing it, check out these tutorials. And I hope you found my information how to get it out of 1 meter fabric useful. So those were my 4 makes for July. Hope you enjoyed seeing them. I'm sorry for the light changing throughout the whole video. I didn't plan that. The sun has just come out and gone repeatedly. Sorry. I guess I see you soon. because I'm binge recording videos today, because I don't know when I will be at home over the holidays, because I finally have holidays. I wrote all my exams and now I'm free for a month to do whatever I want, and I don't know when I will be at home, so I'm recording another 2 videos today, and I just recorded a tutorial which you might have already seen, and I'm recording a video on my plans for the next months, as well as some tips on how to sew on a budget. So yeah, look out for that. So I guess I'll see you soon. Till then, stay well and bye. Have a lovely summer.